Now back to our interview with Father Agustino Torres.
Father Agustino Torres, awesome to have you here. Father Benedict, it must have been incredible just to drive with him. What did he tell you? Was there anything that he told you on those trips that inspired you to what you're doing now with this evangelization with Corazón Puro?
Yeah, absolutely. For a year I was assigned to drive Father Benedict around. And it's one thing to see him teaching, it's one thing to see him giving these incredible talks. I mean, like the knowledge this man had, it was amazing. But what you didn't see all the time was the way he cared for the poor. So like from one speaking engagement to another, he was like, okay, we're gonna go visit this one family. I'm like, okay, tell me where it is.
Really?
And so we would drive and he would have some chocolates in the back and he would give like these families that he's known forever, even from when they were little kids, these little chocolates for Easter, this little gift for Christmas. And he really taught us how to love the poor and not just love them, walk with the poor. And so a lot of those lessons is what I began to implement in the apostolate that we started in the Bronx called Corazón Puro, which means pure heart.
Pure heart.
It's right from Psalm 51, create in me a pure heart, and also from the Beatitudes, blessed are the pure in heart. And I mean, working in the Bronx with young people is awesome. It's intense.
Yeah.
You don't need television if you live in the Bronx, let me tell you.
And young people want to know God, don't they?
Absolutely. They're so hungry for it. And when you bring them a word of truth in a way they can understand with a relationship where they know that you're approachable.
That's important, this relationship.
Big time. Because if they don't know you, they just think that you're just like a weird guy wearing a rope. But if you enter into relationship with them, they call us collectively, oh, the brothers. They say, you're the brothers. Oh, you're with the brothers. And so the brothers over years have cultivated a relationship that we care about the people there. And with that, what we're trying to do with Corazón Puro is take it to the next level.
Okay, what is that?
So a young person comes in and we bring to them the awesome teachings of the church about God's plan for love, for marriage, and the holiness of sex. All using what St. John Paul II gave us through what's collectively called the theology of the body, but really it's a teaching on what it means to be human.
Yeah.
And so we take that, and when we tell them, it's amazing. Father, they're just like, wow.
Yeah, they're lit up.
I never heard this before, they say. Like, wow, wow. You know, they say often, I've never heard this. Had I heard this before, my life would be totally different. And then they say something else. I want my friends to know this. And that is where we take these young people.
And disciple them, missionary discipleship. What does that word mean, missionary discipleship?
Missionary discipleship means a follower who is sent out. A follower of Christ, a disciple, who is missioned, which means sent out. So it's like, it's one thing to follow Christ, but it's another thing to know that just by virtue of the fact that he has given us his love, like we got to take this. We have to be aware, sensitive to when the Lord is asking us to share the faith. Now that can be kind of intimidating sometimes, jobs and stuff like that. But the Lord is always prompting us to share the faith with people. And as a friar, you know that it can happen anywhere, anytime, in an airport,
absolutely,
in a restaurant, in a public place. But what if lay people also understood this? What if the poor that we served in the Bronx became aware of this? What would happen?
Are they scared sometimes with young people? Do they think they're equipped? Or do you try to equip them?
You're absolutely correct. Oftentimes they don't feel equipped. They say, well, I don't know how to do that. And so we do equip them. We give them public speaking classes.
Okay.
We teach them how to prepare talks, administrative skills to like organize a retreat, like all these things. And guess what? They could always use that in their life, and put it on a resume. And they do, and it's wonderful. And then when they go out, they light up. And there's something, when a priest says something, it's good. But when a young person is saying that, there's something
When
different.
a peer is evangelizing a peer, that's powerful. And you know it as a priest, it's something else to see that.
Absolutely.
You're also involved in Latinos por la Vida. Can you tell me a little bit about that apostolate?
Yeah, so with Corazón Puro, we always brought the kids down to the pro-life march. Very important. But then we saw kind of like a need for an apostolate within an apostolate, to kind of like, bring other people together, especially the Latinos, for the Latinos to know that they have a very important role to play in the pro-life movement in this country. There's a lot of Latino young families that need to become aware that, some of these culture of death campaigns are directed
to them.
At them.
Yeah.
And we need to inform them, first of all. We need to unite them. And then there's this beautiful culture that's so family oriented. Like if all we do is kind of like, give that some strength, like this is a powerful testimony, not just against abortion, but for life. And that's Latinos por la Vida. We have a conference every year around the pro-life march, and then we try to talk about life anywhere we can.
What would you like to tell, just real quickly, just to inspire young people to want to live that pure life?
It's possible.
It is possible.
And God is calling you to choose purity, and it's not a threat, it's a gift, and it is so beautiful. Holiness and chastity are connected. Joy and purity are connected.
Awesome. Father Agustino, I have a feeling you're going to be around here much, and we're going to see your face often here around here. I hope to see you soon.
Well, with the food you guys gave me, I'm gonna be back.
We'll see you.